About the shove, that moment that happened on stage.
Now, I'm turning on right now.
Right? Yeah. Did it make you want to go harder for the 13?
I don't know, but made me feel more excited.
I don't respect him anymore because he say I'm not gonna do what they want me to do and this and that, and then he tried to, maybe Turkey Al-Ashi told him, hey, you need to do something because you seem so nervous in Riyadh. So and he tried to like walk me back, and that's why I pushed him.
And you're saying that, oh, Canelo is a super strong guy. Man, technique, you already know. If you ever wrestled before, the person that got better technique usually win. It don't matter how much the weight they have or what they're carrying around. It's the technique. Crawford knows how to take care of himself on the inside. He knows how to smother. He knows how to tie up. He knows how to rough guys up. He knows how to turn guys.
He's tremendous. But could he be a tiny bit overrated? The greatness is within Crawford. It's in his desire. It's in his mind. It's in his makeup, where he came from. I know he's moving up in weight class. Can he carry it? But those intent.
Terence Crawford and Canelo Alvarez recently shocked the boxing world after an unexpected and explosive altercation at a gym. What began as a routine visit from Canelo spiraled into a heated argument, which escalated rapidly into a full-blown physical brawl. The clash caught everyone off guard, but amid the chaos, one thing became crystal clear. Terence Crawford wasn't rattled in the slightest. He stood his ground, composed and unfazed by Canelo's aggression. At 37 years old, Crawford is nearing the end of what has already been a legendary career. A two-division undisputed champion, he has already cemented his place among the sport's greats. But at this stage, it's no longer about titles alone, it's about legacy. Crawford is on a mission to challenge himself in ways few fighters dare to, taking on the toughest opponents in pursuit of something greater than gold.
In your view, Terence Crawford beats Canelo.
He cooks Canelo.
Ooh. Really?
He beats him. Yes. Look, if you go back and you watch the fight with Lara, and you can see the same tendencies that Canelo has now, but he's a lot older now. But I just think that Terence has more skills than a Lara, and I think he can do.
And in Crawford's eyes, nothing would define that legacy more than defeating Canelo Alvarez, the face of modern boxing. For a long time, this matchup seemed like nothing more than a dream. Canelo showed little interest, brushing off the possibility every time it was raised. But everything changed when one powerful figure stepped in. Turki Al-Sheikh, the influential chairman of Saudi Arabia's General Authority for Entertainment. He didn't just talk about making the fight happen, he made it a reality. After signing Canelo to a lucrative four-fight contract, which began with his bout against William Skull, Al-Sheikh confirmed that the next blockbuster showdown would be against Crawford. Now, the stage is set for September 13th at the iconic Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas, and fans around the world will witness it live on Netflix. A fight that once felt impossible has transformed into one of the most talked about events in recent boxing history.
I don't respect him anymore because he say I'm not gonna do what they want me to do and this and that, and then he tried to, maybe Turkey Al-Ashi told him, hey, you need to do something because you seem so nervous in Riyadh. So and he tried to like walk me back, and that's why I pushed him.
The stakes are massive, and so is the money. Reports suggest the fight purse is around $200 million, with $150 million going to Canelo and $50 million to Crawford. But in a recent interview with AK and Barack on Ring Champs, Crawford shocked fans by revealing he's actually earning just $10 million from a fight. This sparked immediate speculation. Was Crawford taking on this dangerous challenge just for the money? Boxing insider Rick Glazer quickly dismissed that narrative. In a passionate post on X, he wrote, "I know it's hard for some of you to fathom, but Terence Crawford is fighting Canelo for one reason, and one reason only: it's about legacy." Glazer insisted that Crawford isn't motivated by a final payday before retirement. Instead, he sees himself as a throwback fighter, one who thrives on proving his greatness through action, not words. Crawford is going for all the gusto, Glazer said, calling out today's generation of boxers who often avoid risks while making noise. Crawford, he believes, is doing the opposite, walking straight into the fire to chase greatness.
If he's able to be aggressive, not be affected by Bud's punches, and just keep, attacking and imposing that will on him, and then Bud being a dog that he is, and just saying, you know what, I'm gonna go, I'm letting loose.
Crawford is special. I know he hasn't fought the resume everyone wants, but you have that or you don't have that ingredient. I think he has it. Canelo's really good. He's tremendous. But could he be a tiny bit overrated? The greatness is within Crawford. It's in his desire. It's in his mind. It's in his makeup. Where he can.
And the history books are within reach. If Terence Crawford defeats Canelo Alvarez, he will become the first fighter in the four-belt era to become undisputed in 3 different weight classes. He already unified all titles at super lightweight and welterweight, but beating Canelo would mark his crowning achievement. In the same Ring Champs interview, Crawford made it clear that legacy, not money, is his fuel. I'm doing it for the opportunity, baby. The legacy outweighs the money. 3-time undisputed, ooh, coming soon, he said with a confident grin. But while his ambition is clear, so is the challenge ahead. Canelo is naturally bigger, stronger, and more experienced at higher weights. This fight isn't just about skill, it's about navigating power, pressure, and pace. Interestingly, Cuban southpaw Erislandy Lara, who gave Canelo one of the toughest fights of his career in 2014, has offered advice that could be crucial. Lara believes Crawford's best chance lies in relentless movement, ring IQ, and avoiding unnecessary exchanges. According to him, if Crawford stays disciplined and avoids getting dragged into a power war, he could outpoint Canelo.
And you're saying that, Canelo is a super strong guy. Man, technique. You already know. If you ever wrestled before, the person that got better technique usually win. It don't matter how much the weight they have or what they're carrying around. It's the technique. Crawford knows how to take care of himself on the inside. He knows how to smother. He knows how to tie up. He knows how to rough guys up. He knows how to turn guys.
A victory over Saul Canelo Alvarez wouldn't just be a career-defining moment. It would be one of the greatest feats in boxing history. It would not only make Crawford the only 3-division undisputed champion in the modern era, but also place him among the all-time elite. Erislandy Lara, who lost to Canelo by a controversial split decision, knows how tough that task will be. But he also believes Crawford has what it takes. Lara warned that Crawford must avoid the mistakes he made, especially allowing Canelo to target the arms. Canelo is smart, Lara explained. He'll break you down by hitting your arms until you can't defend anymore. He stressed the importance of nonstop movement and not standing still long enough to let Canelo unload. Crawford's slick style and ability to adapt mid-fight could be the key to victory, but only if he stays sharp both mentally and physically from the first round to the last. For Crawford, this isn't just another fight. It's a mission to prove that greatness isn't just about belts or money. It's about testing yourself against the best and winning when it matters most.
He's tremendous. But could he be a tiny bit overrated? The greatness is within Crawford. It's in his desire. It's in his mind. It's in his makeup, where he came from. I know he's moving up in weight class. Can he carry it? But those intents.
Despite his confidence in Crawford's chances, Erislandy Lara was candid about his own past mistakes against Canelo Alvarez. He admitted that his overly defensive strategy in their 2014 bout might have cost him the win on the scorecards. While Lara managed to avoid most of Canelo's big punches and kept the Mexican superstar at bay, his lack of aggression allowed the judges to lean toward Alvarez, who was more active and landed heavier, crowd-pleasing shots. Lara emphasized that the key to beating Canelo is not just defense, it's controlling the action without looking passive. For Crawford, who is a master technician and known for his ability to switch seamlessly between orthodox and southpaw stances, this offers a strategic blueprint. However, Lara also issued a warning. Crawford cannot afford to repeat the same mistake of being too cautious. In 2014, Lara's elusive movement, mockingly referred to by critics as Tom and Jerry style, may have impressed purists, but it failed to win over the public or the judges. If Crawford spends too much time retreating or fighting on the back foot without countering effectively, he risks losing rounds and the support of the Las Vegas crowd at Allegiant Stadium. In short, he'll need to walk the line between smart defense and assertive offense to make a lasting impression.
I think that can change the effect on Bud, and I think that will be the way that Alvarez can win that fight.
Yeah, good. Yeah, so what do you think? Obviously, if Bud remains slick, what outside of that could cause Canelo to lose?
Fighting in Las Vegas brings its own unique pressure, especially when entertainment value is at stake. Fans there expect action, not just skill. And with a massive $50 million payday on the line, Crawford will be under immense pressure to deliver more than just a technical performance. Turkey Alshik, the promoter behind this mega event, has already branded the matchup as the fight of the century. That means both fighters, Crawford and Canelo, are expected to put on a show that lives up to the hype. Lara pointed out that his own style, which he believes was also mirrored by William Skull in his recent fight against Canelo, proved ineffective because both fighters allowed Canelo to dictate the pace and land the more meaningful shots. In both bouts, the Mexican champion was able to gradually break down his opponent, even if it wasn't flashy. Lara stressed that mobility alone isn't enough. It has to be paired with precise timing and sharp counterpunching, a sort of offensive fence to keep Canelo at bay. That delicate balance will be key for Crawford. Lara called it a 50-50 fight, recognizing Canelo's raw power and ring experience, but also acknowledging Crawford's superior ring IQ and tactical brilliance. The real test for Bud will be whether he can absorb and withstand Canelo's power across 12 grueling rounds, all while maintaining his speed, accuracy, and willingness to take the initiative when needed.
After 7 rounds, he starts to fade a little bit. We've seen that with Bivol. We've seen it in a lot of his fights with Triple G. You know, when Canelo could control the fight and the ring generalship, like, yeah, he could fight 12 rounds pretty good. But when Canelo gets pushed early on in the fight, he starts to fade muscle endurance.
The message from Erislandy Lara to Terence Crawford is crystal clear. Stay mobile, protect your arms, and don't fall into the trap of being too defensive. According to Lara, Crawford's path to victory lies in mastering movement while still landing enough punches to control the narrative of the fight. It's not enough to survive, he has to shine. And for that, he'll need to blend his natural elusiveness with sharp aggression. As a former opponent of Canelo, Lara understands what it takes to challenge the Mexican superstar, and he firmly believes Crawford has the right tools. The Omaha native has always relied on his legs, his movement angles, and footwork to outmaneuver opponents. But this time he's jumping 2 weight divisions, and maintaining his speed and stamina will be more critical than ever. However, there's reason for optimism. Chris Algieri, a former WBO super lightweight champion and longtime admirer of Crawford, believes Bud has a rare quality that separates him from most fighters. According to Algieri, Crawford's adaptability and mental toughness are his biggest weapons, and they might just neutralize Canelo's size advantage.
He's one of those guys, he just locks in. He just locks in, especially when you doubt him. So yeah, it's a really interesting matchup. I think of it more from psychological than anything, you know, because on paper it's like, yeah, but he's a super middleweight. He went up 3. Now Terence is going up 3 weight classes. He had a little trouble with Majima. So on paper it's like, yeah, of course it's Canelo. But when you think about it from a psychological standpoint, it's like, I don't know, man.
He understands weight distribution, man. You know, not only that, the only way that I see Canelo beating Crawford is he got to knock him out. And when was the last time we seen Canelo knock anybody out? Think about that.
If Golovkin, who hits a lot harder than Crawford, could not drop or hurt Canelo.
9. Speaking in a recent interview with Fight Hub TV, Chris Algieri refrained from offering a full breakdown or prediction of the fight, but he did share a revealing observation. We're still pretty far away from that fight, he said, so I'm going to hold my complete analysis, but I'll tell you this, I've seen Canelo get pushed around. I've never seen Terence Crawford get pushed around. That simple comparison speaks volumes. Algieri explained that when it comes to ring control, being the boss in the fight, Crawford has always been dominant. Whether against pressure fighters, brawlers, or slick boxers, Bud has never been manhandled or intimidated. On the other hand, there have been moments in Canelo's career, such as against Dimitri Bivol, where he was forced onto the back foot and looked vulnerable. Algieri believes that dynamic could become a key factor in this fight. If Crawford can impose his will and keep Canelo reacting rather than leading, it could swing the bout in his favor. And that's all for now. For all the latest updates, behind-the-scenes moments, expert breakdowns, and major fight news from the world of boxing, make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you never miss our latest content. Until next time, stay tuned, stay sharp, and peace.